Hi guys, I'm the Cinephile with a microphone, and welcome to my quick guide to the 2017 summer movie lineup. A quick guide to what you should be hyped for, be dreading, and everything in between. We kick off with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which I've already reviewed, so just go check that out. And that's followed by King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Early reviews are scathing, the trailers failed to impress me, and it just reminded me of Robin Hood. Which is never a good sign. Next up, Alien Covenant, which looks like we're heading back to the series' roots, after the pretentious slog, which was Prometheus. Now, I'm not holding out much hope for Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul, a sequel to a series that's just overflowing with weak and pathetic humour and obnoxious characters. Meanwhile, Snatch just looks irritating, but let's hope Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales can turn around this series after just how terrible On Stranger Tides was.
I'm not looking for trouble. What a horrible way to live.
And Baywatch looks like a lot of fun, but for very shallow reasons. Next up, Wonder Woman. Look, after the tragic garbage fires that were Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad, this might just be the last straw for the DC Extended Universe. Next up, a very different kind of superhero, the Captain Underpants movie, based on a series of books which I adored as a kid, and they were such a big part of my childhood, and I'm praying that DreamWorks does this gleefully childish yet charming series justice. The trailers for It Comes at Night scared the life out of me, thanks to a brilliant premise and a great cast. The Mummy, the first installment in Universal's proposed monster universe, just looks bland and generic, and I can't even pretend to have any enthusiasm for Tom Cruise running away from crap-looking CGI for 2 hours. Meanwhile, Cars 3 surprised absolutely everyone by becoming darker and grittier. Okay. Transformers: The Last Knight. Look, the last 4 were abysmal piles of crap, and this looks exactly the same. Let's just move on. Next up, Baby Driver. It's Edgar Wright. What more assurance do you need? And it should serve as a nice calm before the storm, before cinemas are overwhelmed by the unbearable screeching of this sound. Banana! Despicable Me 3. This just reeks of cynical corporate for-the-money filmmaking, promising nothing but the laziest of cliches. Amityville: The Awakening. This thing has been delayed again and again, and I'm guessing there's probably a reason the studio does not want you to see it. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Despite feeling as though the last trailer basically spoiled the entire plot, I'm still hyped as hell for Spider-Man: Homecoming. Tom Holland is great, and Michael Keaton as the Vulture looks promising. But if you want something just a little bit deeper, go check out A Ghost Story, which has received glowing reviews. The trailer got me teary-eyed, it has a sublime cast, and I love the premise. A recently deceased man is watching over his wife as a ghost. Plus, it's genius just having the ghost be a guy under a sheet.
We build our legacy piece by piece, and maybe the whole world will remember you, or maybe just a couple of people, but you do what you can to make sure you're still around after you're gone.
The War for the Planet of the Apes. The Planet of the Apes prequels have just been getting better and better, and I hope the third film caps off a perfect trilogy of smart, thinking man's action films. Next up, Wish Upon, a promising new horror flick about a box which grants terrifying and bloodthirsty wishes.
I wish Darcy Chapman would just, go rot.
Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Luc Besson is one of the world's most imaginative and unique filmmakers, and the beautiful, dazzling trailers for this movie have not disappointed, with promises of a rich and beautifully designed and realised world, and exciting action and spectacle. Dunkirk. Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk promises to be a haunting and devastating war film that's unlike anything Christopher Nolan has done before. The Emoji Movie. Who thought this was a good idea? Atomic Blonde. Coming to us from one of the directors of John Wick, this looks sexy, stylish, and like a ton of fun. The Dark Tower. Stephen King's Dark Tower looks incredible, promising fun and intriguing characters and a fascinating new world to explore.
I shoot with my mind.
Also that weekend, we have Catherine Bigelow's biopic exploring the Detroit riots. Wind River. After blowing me away with the breathtaking screenplays for both Sicario and Hell or High Water, I'm impatiently awaiting the directorial debut of Taylor Sheridan, Wind River, about a hunter and an FBI agent looking for the perpetrators of a murder on a Native American reservation. Annabelle Creation, a prequel to a horrible movie which I'm only optimistic about because this director gave us the enjoyable Lights Out. The Hitman's Bodyguard, with a great premise and 2 awesome leads. This is actually one of my most anticipated comedies of the summer, and that same weekend we have The Nut Job 2.
We thought this was a good idea.
And so we wrap up summer with Tulip Fever, a period drama following a young artist who falls in love with the married woman he's been commissioned to paint. The entire cast is wonderful, and the premise had me intrigued.
I'll tell your husband what you've been up to.
What did you say?
And there you go, a quick guide to the 2017 summer movie lineup. And no doubt, I've forgotten a few. But what are you most hyped for? Please comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.